Do you want to watch something that's a little bit sad? Let's watch this thing with Dave Rubin. All right. Now, Andy,
Did he pass away?
is not. We're not going to do the. We're not going to do the his comedy thing. I want to save that.
I want to say whatever you have to show me, I know is going to brighten my day in a sarcastic way.
Well, should we do the? What do you guys think? Because I sort of want to.
I kind of think we should do the attempt at comedy, but I mean, we could also play this thing about.
All right, let's do the attempt at comedy. We have to do this. It's just
He's
too
very
good
funny,
not to
Dave.
share.
He was a comic at one point.
Well, there's a sense that Rubin, that something happened over the past, a couple of weeks or something, where you get the sense that somebody said to Dave, or maybe Dave just had this out, like, I got to get back to my roots. And for Dave Rubin, his roots were in comedy, and more specifically, unfunny comedy.
Observational, unfunny, observational comedy.
Well, but here he is branching out because he's been like, this is working for Crowder.
Right. He's the only guy doing this in this space, so he could work for Dave. He's got the chops.
Does he say
about
soy?
me?
Does he say soy at some point?
Here is Dave Rubin cutting himself into the View.
This is the cold open of his show, by the way.
Oh, he did some kind of a thing.
The fact that we're giving her oxygen is what makes her relevant, that we're talking about her on hot topics. But on the other hand, how do you not call out something that is repeating false Russian propaganda and that has been brought down?
They used to arrest people for doing stuff like this. If they thought you were colluding with a Russian agent, if they thought you were putting out information or taking information and handing over to Russia, they used to actually investigate stuff like this. And I guess now, there seems to be no bars.
What are you two crazy bitches talking about? Jesus. What are you talking about? You want to arrest people who are different than you politically? Tulsi Gabbard? She's a member of our military. She's a former congresswoman, a Democrat. You just don't like her, so you want to arrest her? You want to arrest Tucker Carlson, the very dapper Tucker Carlson. What are you saying? You guys are nuts. You're just nuts. I only agreed to do this show because I thought that Whoopi was sane. She was good. Sister Act 2. Anna's just nuts. I don't even know what she's doing here. The other one's a racist. There's the drunk one. What are we all doing here? You people are everything that you've come to hate. You know that?
The most perplexing.
Is that Dave Rubin?
Yes.
You get out of here.
Who do you think it is? Who do you think it could be?
It's some kind of a unfunny cyber presence that you can tap into.
Our folks could not see Andy's face during while we were playing the clip, but I'm going to do my impression of Andy during that clip. Wow. What? Wow.
His sense of timing is great. He has Whoopi go on for about 5 minutes, right?
Well,
who's going to stay around to the button in that bit?
But you got the joke, though.
I don't. It's like another lady? Is this like another lady you wish you would see on The View?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, you stupid.
But what's funny about a vision of the lady you want to see on The View?
Is that what they're saying?
What's weird, what's crazy is like he's being another lady on The View, right?
Right.
But he's not ratcheting up what he's trying to parody is that The View is being unhinged and
he's
just being himself in a wig with lipstick.
He's saying the quiet part out loud in a sketch. That's really, come on. He has to have been, is he done now? Is this from his pirate studio? He's done, right?
Look, he takes a victory lap if you want to see a comedian sort of comment on his own craft.
Okay.
Wait. Before we get to this, because that part's amazing. But I honestly believe that I could do now an entire podcast series just bringing on comedians to watch that and assess it. Like, it is so mystifying how someone who's ostensibly considered himself a comedian for so long does something like this, and there doesn't even seem to be an attempted joke. And the best part is like, look at you, you're the drunk one. Who
is the drunk one? That's not even a slam.
But it's also sort of like,
I'd be drunk if I was on The View every day.
Isn't his character drunk? I mean, what? Or does his character just talk like this and that? Like,
no,
what?
It's just like misogynistic, maybe.
It's
like,
really, yeah. It's like, first of all, it's obvious that he hates women, right? Because you don't make yourself look like that as a woman unless you hate them in a deep level.
Who knows?
So he hates women. And he hates liberals, and so maybe we should have people dress up in their long hair, and we should comment on the thing. What's this about? Is the bit about him putting down the View?
Yeah, like the closest thing to a joke is how low he has the wig sit on his forehead, like as if he doesn't know how to put on a wig. Like,
you mean like it's a Benny Hill style humor? Is that what you mean? More broad humor. He was never, but the thing is, he says he was a comedian, but what is that? He says he just did it a couple of times. He never worked as a comedian. He never worked at a Jimmy Dore level. You know what I'm talking about? Who's with me on this now? Okay, thank you.
Let's see how proud he is of himself, though. This is the cold open, and then when it comes on, he's really.
Okay, that's better. I'm Dave Rubin. This is the Rubin Report Direct Message on today, March 15th, 2022. We are live streaming on Rumble, YouTube, and Blaze TV, although after that, we may not be live streaming on YouTube much longer.
Why?
Yes, that was
because
incredible.
It's bad?
Yeah.
YouTube now has quality control filters.
I'm so
he's afraid he's going to get
dangerous.
bumped up in that. I got to be honest. I don't even think I think it's possible that Rumble would even take that down.
See, now is Rumble like Instagram but more revved up?
No, Rumble is the we don't censor anybody, although we actually do censor some people if it goes too far on.
Yeah, well, we're not crazy,
right? We don't have enough advertisers to complain quite yet. So we're still keeping your stuff up, but I could see Rumble taking that down, just because.
I like direct message. That's a very clever segment, though, right, Sam? You guys both admit it's direct message. It's a takeoff on social networking.
He's so excited after the clip that he can't contain himself. He's just like, wow, we crossed the line there.
Who follows him? I mean, Joe Rogan's awful. We don't know why anybody would watch him, but I guess Joe Rogan's really not much better than him. I guess Joe Rogan has more shtick. And
Joe Rogan, I think, is better. I don't know.
Rogan's more charismatic than Dave.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
I mean, Joe Rogan is smarter than Dave. I mean, which is not necessarily a high bar, but I mean, come on.
He is smarter than Dave. And let's go back with who else is smarter than Dave Rubin.
I mean, Rogan recognized that too. That's why he basically shunned Dave from being on his show.
Yeah.
I don't even know that, but I didn't know where they were. So what? So he still has Alex Jones come on though, or no more Alex Jones?
But let's let Rubin sort of wrap this up, because it's tough to make such a hard segue for something so funny into getting serious. He's cracking
up, Sam. He's cracking up because it was so goddamn funny.
Streaming on Rumble, YouTube, and Blaze TV, although after that, we may not be live streaming on YouTube much longer. Yes, that was incredible, unearthed, unedited, secret footage from The View yesterday. Geez. That was guest host Darlene Rudin, who was laying down the truth with those lunatics. That's what we're doing around here. That's what we discuss doing around here at 8 a.m. in the morning. Don't ask how we got the wig.
Would you fire your producers?
That type of thing.
Does he have writers? He doesn't have a writer who writes that, does he?
When I
Too busy
played
going
this.
to get the wig.
Everybody, that's exactly what anybody who's involved in comedy says after that. He doesn't have writers, right?
Right.
I mean, nobody wrote
Gutfeld.
that.
I mean, this is not professional like a Gutfeld rant.
Wow.